Imagine for a second, two of the most profoundly disruptive technologies of our time. Blockchain, that foundational immutable power, and then AI, this exponential adaptive intelligence.
Yeah, they're huge forces.
Exactly. And for years, we've mostly talked about them separately, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes even like they're competing, shaping our digital future on totally different tracks.
It's often in the narrative, yeah, each with its own set of challenges and opportunities.
But what if that whole picture was, well, incomplete? What if they weren't just meant to coexist, but actually become like deep collaborators, forging something totally new?
A synthesis, almost.
Yeah, a synthesis that could genuinely redefine our digital world. Welcome back to the Deep Dive. This is where we try to cut through all that noise, get to the core of what really matters, and help you stay not just informed, but actually ahead of the curve in this ridiculously fast-moving tech landscape.
It moves so fast.
It really does. And today, we're embarking on, I think, a really exhilarating journey right into the heart of a major development, one that could fundamentally alter the course of both these fields.
We're talking about the Ethereum Foundation.
Exactly. Their recent, pretty groundbreaking announcement about setting up a dedicated AI research team. This isn't just another headline you skim past. It feels like a significant potential paradigm shift. And we're only just starting to see the ripples.
And that's our mission for this deep dive, really, to understand the intricate layers, the nuances of what this convergence, this meeting of blockchain and AI truly means.
So what are we digging into specifically?
We'll meticulously explore the strategy behind Ethereum's move. It's pretty profound implications for the whole digital economy, for investors like you who are navigating these markets.
Yeah, that's crucial.
And definitely for the entire Web3 ecosystem. We've pulled together a whole stack of sources, official announcements, research papers, market analysis, even some, philosophical thoughts from key people in the space.
Okay, good. So a broad view.
The goal is to give you a comprehensive but still concise understanding. No fluff.
Perfect. And actually, before we plunge right into this massive topic, just a quick note.
Yeah.
If you find value in what we do here on the Deep Dive, if these insights are helpful, taking just a second to subscribe, maybe leave a comment, or just engage with the content, it genuinely makes a huge difference.
It really does. It helps the channel, helps people find us.
Totally. Your support boosts our visibility in, the algorithm's mysterious ways. And honestly, it lets us keep creating this kind of quality crypto content for you, diving deep into the stuff that matters.
Couldn't do it without you.
Exactly. Your interaction really makes these deep dives possible. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's unpack this. We've all seen the headlines flashing, the buzz in the crypto communities.
This has been everywhere.
But what exactly did the Ethereum Foundation announce that's got everyone talking? From like individual devs coding away to the big institutional investors looking at the long game. What's the actual news here?
Right. And what's really fascinating, what struck me immediately, is just the sheer ambition behind it, the vision.
Okay.
The core news is simple enough on the surface. The Ethereum Foundation officially launched a new dedicated AI research team. Straightforward. But this isn't just, a side project. It's not some small exploratory thing tucked away in a corner. It's clearly a strategic, well-resourced initiative.
Okay. Strategic how?
Its purpose is very clear: to profoundly explore and, crucially, develop how blockchain tech, specifically Ethereum, can deeply integrate with artificial intelligence, fundamentally.
So not just tinkering around the edges.
No, exactly. The goal isn't just like incremental improvements, shaving a few milliseconds off transaction times or something. It's about engineering a fundamental transformation of what a decentralized network can even be, what it can do.
A fundamental transformation?
Sure.
That's a strong statement. It sounds like more than just tweaking things. It suggests maybe a rethink of Ethereum's core architecture. Is that fair? What does smarter and more efficient really mean at that level?
Precisely. It's about a potential paradigm shift. Their stated core goal, and they've been pretty clear, is making Ethereum smarter, more efficient, and adaptable.
Adaptable. Interesting.
Yeah, and specifically adaptable in what's undeniably becoming an AI-driven digital economy. That speaks volumes about their long-term vision, right? It's not about chasing short-term gains.
So what does smarter look like beyond just, say, less manual work?
Well, smarter could mean, imagine smart contracts that can actually learn. Learn from past interactions, learn from huge data sets, maybe anticipate market shifts, or even predict potential vulnerabilities before they're exploited.
Wow, okay. Like predictive contracts.
Sort of. Think about a DeFi lending protocol. Instead of static interest rates, maybe an AI-infused smart contract dynamically adjusts rates based on real-time global economic data or user behavior patterns. Or maybe it automatically changes collateral requirements if the market gets super volatile.
Making it more robust without someone having to manually step in.
Exactly. More resilient inherently and more efficient ties into that. We could see huge strides in automating decision-making, reducing human error, reducing latency.
Latency is always an issue.
Always. Picture an AI dynamically managing validator queues, maybe, optimizing how transactions are processed and batched, ultimately making the network faster and cheaper to use.
Cheaper is good. Always good.
They're looking at integrating AI so deeply that Ethereum can evolve dynamically, self-optimize, adapt to the increasing complexity of an intelligent digital world. It's moving beyond just storing data or executing simple code.
Right.
It's about a blockchain that can potentially observe, learn, adapt, maybe even optimize itself in real time.
Yeah.
That's a massive shift in capability.
Okay, that definitely sounds like a game changer from a tech perspective. But let's talk broader implications. Why does Ethereum, already a leader, right, choosing now to lean so hard into AI, why does that matter so much?
Yeah.
Beyond just the tech specs.
Yeah, and if you step back, look at the bigger picture. This move signals a really profound strategic repositioning of Ethereum itself. It's moving way beyond just competing with other blockchains on the usual metrics.
Like speed or fees.
Exactly. It's like a declaration of intent, a vision for the future that isn't blockchain or AI, but blockchain and AI, deeply intertwined, that totally reorients its competitive landscape.
That's a powerful way to put it. So how does this elevate Ethereum, not just in crypto, but maybe across the whole tech world?
Well, it really signals innovation leadership in a very distinct way. Ethereum isn't just trying to be faster than Solana or Avalanche anymore. That race continues, sure, but by committing serious resources here, it's explicitly aiming to merge with AI, which, let's be honest, is the hottest global tech narrative right now. Nothing else comes close.
True. AI is everywhere.
So this positions Ethereum right at that crucial intersection of potentially $2 trillion industries. Crypto and AI, just that narrative alone.
Wow.
It could attract immense capital.
And the investment angle.
And talent, too. Top-tier AI folks, blockchain folks coming together. It could massively accelerate development of whole new application categories we haven't even thought of yet. It shows real strategic foresight, I think, identifying this convergence point early and going for it.
Okay, so positioning, narrative, attracting capital and talent. Huge strategic moves. But let's get back to the tangible stuff. Can AI actually make Ethereum work better in concrete ways?
Oh, absolutely. And this is where we could see really significant efficiency gains, addressing some of those persistent Ethereum headaches.
Like what?
Okay, first, think about smart contracts. Right now, they're deterministic, right? They do exactly what the code says. Powerful, but rigid.
Yes, flexible sometimes.
With AI, they could become way more robust, maybe self-correcting, adaptable to changing conditions without needing constant manual updates or those complex, expensive upgrade processes.
Give me an example.
Okay, imagine a complex insurance protocol on Ethereum. An AI-infused smart contract could dynamically assess risk in real time, adjust premiums based on new data feeds, maybe even automatically trigger payouts for complex claims by analyzing external data, much more responsive than static rules.
That does sound like a huge leap.
Yeah.
Okay, you mentioned headaches. The biggest one for many users, gas fees. Can AI actually help there? Seems like the holy grail.
It's definitely a critical focus. And yeah, AI could play a significant role. Reducing gas fees is maybe the biggest hurdle for mass adoption.
Absolutely.
So AI could potentially help by optimizing how network traffic is managed. Maybe AI algorithms learn to predict peak usage times, and then intelligently batch transactions more efficiently, bundle them up to save costs.
Interesting.
It might also improve how resources are allocated across the network, guide validators to process things in the most cost-effective way, ultimately lower costs for you, the user.
So like an AI traffic controller for the blockchain.
Kind of. Imagine an AI monitoring congestion minute by minute, and then maybe recommending the best time for you to send your transaction to save money, or finding the cheapest path for it. That kind of predictive optimization could make a real difference.
Okay, that would be welcome. What about security? Can AI help stop some of the hacks and exploits we hear about?
Definitely. AI's pattern recognition is just unparalleled, way beyond human capacity. It could significantly improve detecting and maybe even preventing fraud or sophisticated exploits.
How so?
And AI could constantly monitor transaction flows, contract interactions, wallet behaviors, looking for weird patterns, stuff that might indicate a flash loan attack brewing.
Those nasty ones.
Yeah. Or a rug pull, or even subtle bugs in a smart contract. It could flag suspicious activity, maybe even automatically trigger preventative measures like pausing a contract temporarily or alerting validators, much faster than humans could react, like a real-time cybersecurity guardian.
Wow, an AI guardian for the network. These efficiency gains sound genuinely transformative, addressing core issues, but you also mentioned unlocking entirely new use cases. What kind of really groundbreaking stuff are we talking about there?
Yeah, this is where it gets really exciting, moving beyond just optimization. Think about decentralized AI marketplaces.
Okay.
Picture a global platform, built on Ethereum maybe, where not just AI models, but maybe computational power for AI training or even AI-generated data can be bought, sold, licensed directly on the blockchain.
So AI itself becomes a tradable asset.
Exactly, with total transparency, fair compensation for creators.
Yeah.
Auditable provenance, you'd know exactly where an AI model came from, how it was trained. It could democratize access to powerful AI, break down those walled gardens of the big tech companies.
Okay, that sounds potentially huge, a whole new AI economy.
Yeah.
What about DAOs? Decentralized autonomous organizations. How does AI change them?
Right. The idea of autonomous DAOs becomes much more sophisticated. Right now, DAOs rely mostly on human voting discussion, which can be slow, biased sometimes.
Yeah, messy.
AI could help DAOs make way more informed, efficient, truly decentralized decisions. Imagine an AI analyzing complex governance proposals, synthesizing community sentiment from forums, predicting outcomes of votes.
So it could help cut through the noise.
Yeah, and maybe even draft better policies. Or dynamically allocate treasury funds based on objectives and real-time data,
Yeah.
moving beyond simple voting to more intelligent algorithmic governance. And AI optimizing a DAO's treasury, maybe, flagging issues before they blow up.
That could make DAOs much more effective.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's this phrase, on-chain AI agents. Sounds a bit sci-fi. What does that actually mean?
It does sound futuristic, but it's closer than you might think. And it's genuinely revolutionary. We're talking about AI entities that don't just use the blockchain. They live on it, operate directly on-chain.
Live on the blockchain.
Sort of. Executing complex tasks, managing digital assets, interacting with smart contracts with a high degree of autonomy.
Like what kind of tasks?
Imagine fully autonomous agents managing, say, your DeFi yield strategies, constantly optimizing across different protocols, or maybe managing your digital identity and permissions across Web3 apps, all sticking to the rules coded on the blockchain transparently, immutably.
So AI managing my crypto for me, autonomously.
Potentially, yes. Performing complex tasks, making sophisticated decisions without you needing to constantly oversee it. It could lead to insane levels of automation and personalized digital services, fundamentally changing how we interact with everything online.
That's a mind-bending vision for the future. Okay, let's ground this a bit. Bring it back to something very real for a lot of listeners. Their investments, their portfolios. What does all this mean for you, the investor, the trader, maybe just someone holding some ETH? Will this actually move the needle on your holdings?
Yeah, the million-dollar question, right? Or maybe billion-dollar now. How does this kind of fundamental research actually translate into market value? For ETH holders, the implications are definitely significant. But, and this is a big but, they're contingent. Contingent on successful execution and real adoption.
Okay, so it's not automatic.
No. The research could lead to stronger fundamentals for Ethereum if this AI integration actually produces scalable, real-world applications, stuff that drives real network usage and demand.
That's the key phrase, real-world applications.
Yeah, absolutely. The potential value increase isn't just about the announcement buzz or the hype cycle. It's fundamentally tied to tangible innovation that creates genuine, measurable utility that people actually use. And that really highlights the difference, doesn't it, between just speculative price action, which, often follows big news in the short term, and that deeper long-term value that comes from utility and adoption.
We've seen plenty of hype cycles come and go.
Exactly. How many projects shot up on pure narrative, then just faded away because the actual utility wasn't there? Here, the investment case for ETH, based on this, isn't just about a quick pump. It's about the potential for truly scalable applications that need Ethereum as their base layer. That creates lasting value.
So if AI smart contracts demonstrably cut costs or boost security for major DeFi apps,
then that's a fundamental improvement. That increases demand for ETH, regardless of short-term market sentiment. That's sustainable growth.
Okay, so a long-term value play for ETH if they deliver.
Got it.
What about the rest of the crypto market? Does this announcement send ripples beyond Ethereum itself?
Oh, for sure. While the long game for ETH is about fundamentals, there's definitely the phenomenon of spillover hype in crypto. We see it all the time.
Eating.
The general narrative around existing AI-focused crypto tokens, the ones already in that space, like Fetch.ai, SingularityNet, AGIX, Render, RNDR were mentioned, they might get a significant boost. Because when a foundational player like Ethereum validates this AIX crypto thesis so strongly, it lends huge credibility to the whole space, adds momentum. It suggests the whole sector is legitimate and has potential.
So a rising tide lifts the AI crypto boats.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Especially those directly associated with this powerful new narrative. It benefits projects already building there.
But isn't there a risk there for investors that this spillover hype just creates another speculative bubble where valuations get detached from reality, especially for smaller AI tokens? How should people approach that?
That's a really sharp point and a critical caution. Yes, while the validation from Ethereum is real, the market's first reaction can definitely be more excitement than deep analysis.
So be careful.
Absolutely. Investors need to be incredibly diligent. That spillover hype can inflate valuations for projects that maybe don't have the same substance or backing. So yeah, you might see a general uplift, but it's crucial to distinguish which projects have real tech, a strong team, clear utility, versus those just riding the wave.
Due diligence is key.
Always look beyond the hype. Look for actual development progress, real partnerships, genuine use cases.
Okay. And for the active traders, the ones playing these shorter-term moves, what should they expect?
For traders, yeah, absolutely expect short-term price volatility around ETH itself and definitely around those AI-linked tokens. As the news filters through, as the market digests it, things will move.
Opportunities and risks.
Exactly. Big opportunities for those who know how to navigate quick swings, read sentiment, but also big risks if you're just chasing pumps without a strategy. It really encourages careful observation, having clear entry and exit points, solid risk management.
Because the market needs time to figure this out.
Precisely. The long-term implications are complex. The market will take time to fully price that in, and that digestion period usually comes with significant ups and downs. Fertile ground for trading, but needs caution.
Right. Okay. Stepping back again. Beyond the markets, beyond investors. This feels like it casts a really long shadow over the future of Web3 itself. How could this alliance between Ethereum and AI fundamentally reshape the whole digital landscape we're building?
Yeah, zooming out again, this takes on a whole different dimension, especially when you think about the balance of power in the wider AI world. Ethereum's move here could genuinely alter that balance, pushing things towards a more open, more decentralized future for AI.
Yeah, that's a big claim. You're talking about democratizing AI, right? How does that contrast with the current AI scene, which feels pretty dominated by a few huge companies?
Exactly. Right now, we're seeing incredible growth, yes, but it's mostly from highly centralized AI models developed, controlled by OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, a handful of players.
The usual suspects.
And while they're powerful, sure, there are real concerns. Control, censorship, data ownership, access, all concentrated. That could lead to a future where AI's benefits are gate-kept, steered by corporate interests, not necessarily the collective good.
So how does Ethereum change that?
By providing that robust, decentralized infrastructure, it offers a way to genuinely democratize AI, make it more accessible, more transparent, less prone to control by the few.
How would that work practically?
Imagine open-source AI models being collaboratively trained, deployed on a decentralized network like Ethereum, with transparent governance over how they're developed, verifiable outputs to ensure fairness, clear, auditable records of their training data, their decision processes.
So taking AI development out of the black box.
Exactly. Shifting power away from the tech giants towards a more equitable, community-driven, auditable AI development, fostering innovation in a truly permissionless way.
That's a really powerful vision, especially with all the current debates around AI ethics and control. Okay, back to smart contracts. You said AI could make them smarter and safer. Can you paint a clearer picture of that? How does that work in practice?
Yeah, absolutely. Embedding AI intelligence directly in the smart contract, it's like giving it a basic nervous system. It could lead to safer, more adaptive contracts in a really tangible way.
Reducing hacks and exploits.
Potentially, significantly. By not just anticipating vulnerabilities, but maybe reacting dynamically, intelligently to threats as they happen.
Right.
Okay, think about a big DeFi protocol, again, managing billions. An integrated AI could constantly monitor everything the contract's internal state, sure, but also external market sentiment, transaction patterns across multiple chains, maybe even public vulnerability databases. And if that AI detects the subtle signs of a flash loan attack building weird liquidity moves, a sudden arbitrage opportunity opening up, it could automatically temporarily pause certain risky functions, or adjust liquidity parameters, or even trigger an emergency multi-sig shutdown, all potentially before a human security team even realizes what's happening.
Wow. That's proactive security.
It moves beyond static if this then that code. It becomes a living, intelligent system doing real-time threat assessment and taking autonomous defensive action.
So AI is a self-aware guardian for DeFi protocols. It feels like a massive step up for security. What about its role in automating other stuff like governance or DeFi operations?
Huge potential there, too. AI agents in DeFi and DAOs could automate functions that are currently manual, slow, or just too complex for humans to manage optimally.
Like DAO governance. That can be slow.
Totally. Imagine an AI analyzing hundreds of proposals, synthesizing sentiment from Discord, forums, Twitter, cross-referencing with the DAO's mission, treasury health, predicting outcomes. Maybe even drafting better data-driven policies for members to vote on.
Streamlining the whole process.
Dramatically. Making governance more responsive, more informed, truly data-driven, not just based on who shouts loudest.
Okay, and in DeFi, yield strategies.
AI could continuously optimize complex yield farming strategies, adapting way faster than any human. Monitoring hundreds of pools, protocols, staking options across chains, automatically rebalancing, shifting capital in real time to maximize returns while managing risk. Based on predefined guidance, but constantly learning.
Adaptive, intelligent financial management.
Exactly. Moving beyond simple bots to truly adaptive intelligence, and even things like protocol upgrades, super complex, risky operations. AI might identify the best times or methods to implement upgrades, minimize disruption, analyze network activity, user patterns, code dependencies, suggest the least disruptive path, maybe even test upgrades in simulation first to catch issues.
So more efficient, more resilient, constantly evolving systems.
That's the vision, a new era of decentralized systems.
Okay, but with all this autonomy, this intelligence running on chain, especially with money involved, regulators are going to be all over this, right? How does this AI crypto mix navigate that?
Oh, absolutely. That's a huge unavoidable consideration. Governments everywhere will be watching this closely, and for good reason.
Why?
It raises incredibly complex questions: privacy, accountability, compliance. Especially when AI gets autonomous on permissionless chains, there's that inherent tension, isn't there? Decentralization, pseudo-anonymity versus the regulatory need for clear accountability, KYC, oversight.
It's a fundamental clash.
It really is. And it's not just financial oversight. It's legal ethics, data governance, algorithmic bias, cross-border stuff. If an autonomous AI agent on Ethereum makes a bad trade that causes losses across multiple countries, whose laws apply?
Good question. Who's responsible?
Exactly. The AI developer, the DAO that deployed it, the voters, the AI itself. These are totally new legal questions. We'll need new frameworks. Data privacy gets amplified too, with AI processing potentially sensitive info on public ledgers.
So lots of legal and regulatory challenges ahead.
Massive challenges. It's something the Ethereum Foundation and builders absolutely have to navigate carefully. Responsible innovation is key.
Okay, we spent a lot of time on the what if, the huge potential. Let's get concrete again. What does this look like now? Are there projects already out there doing this stuff, giving us a glimpse of the future Ethereum's aiming for?
Yeah, what's really interesting is while the Ethereum Foundation is now putting its weight behind this with dedicated research, other projects have already been building in this space for a while. Pioneers, really. They've been at the forefront, providing actual working examples of this convergence, giving us a window into what this integrated future might really look like.
So who are these trailblazers? Let's hear about them.
Okay, first up, maybe Fetch.ai. You probably know the token, FET. Their core idea is building an AI plus blockchain marketplace for autonomous economic agents.
Autonomous economic agents. Explain that.
Think of it like an open internet for digital entities. These agents representing people, devices, services, data can find each other, negotiate, and transact autonomously. Machines doing business with machines, basically, secured by the blockchain.
Empowering software to participate in the economy. Okay, who else?
Then there's SingularityNet. AGIX is their token. Their vision is super ambitious, a decentralized AI network, building large-scale AI collaborations.
What does that mean in practice?
They're trying to create an open market for AI services. Anyone can create, share, monetize AI models. The goal is to democratize AI, stop it from being monopolized, foster a diverse ecosystem. Their platform lets different AIs collaborate, share knowledge, like a global distributed AI brain.
A distributed AI brain. Cool concept. And you mentioned render network, RNDR, earlier. How does that fit in?
Render is crucial infrastructure. It's an AI plus GPU token project, and it's riding that AI boom because AI, especially the big models, needs insane amounts of computing power, GPUs specifically.
Right, the hardware bottleneck.
Exactly. RNDR tackles this by decentralizing GPU power. You can lend out your idle GPU time to people who need it for rendering or, crucially, for training AI models. It creates this global distributed network of computing power.
Making high-end AI development cheaper and more accessible.
Precisely. Using existing resources, not just relying on massive centralized data centers owned by a few giants. It's a key piece for enabling decentralized AI.
Makes total sense. Are there simpler, maybe more direct examples of AI making decisions on-chain today? Less protocol specific.
Yeah, absolutely. A really good illustration, even if it's not one single project, is integrating advanced AI, maybe specialized versions of things like ChatGPT, with trading bots that operate directly on-chain.
Okay.
This really shows that immediate potential for on-chain decision-making. Imagine an AI trained on real-time market sentiment news, social media, technical indicators, all of it.
Yeah.
It analyzes all that, identifies opportunities or risks, and then directly executes trades automatically via a bot on a decentralized exchange, on the blockchain.
So the AI analyzes, decides, and acts, all automated.
Right. Processing incredibly complex information, then interacting directly with on-chain protocols to make and execute sophisticated financial decisions autonomously.
That's a very clear, practical example. Okay, so lots of building happening. But with all this autonomous AI stuff, is the Ethereum Foundation also thinking about the downsides? Are they approaching this cautiously?
Yes, and that's super important to highlight for trust for long-term success. It's worth remembering Vitalik Buterin himself, Ethereum's co-founder. He's actually published writings on AI risks and crypto safeguards.
Oh, really?
Yeah, specifically exploring potential dangers and how decentralized systems might actually help mitigate some of them. It shows there's deep, thoughtful consideration within Ethereum's leadership. They acknowledge the risks, unchecked AI, power concentration alongside the opportunities.
So it's not just hype and build fast.
No, it frames this research effort as responsible innovation, not a blind rush. They're actively thinking about security, societal impact, building in safeguards, fail-safes, principles for responsible development as they go. That proactive caution is vital.
That's reassuring to hear. Okay, final section. For you, our listener, if you want to keep track of this, keep a pulse on this really exciting convergence.
Yeah.
What should we be watching? What are the key data points, the charts, the trends to monitor to see if this is actually working, gaining traction, having an impact?
That's the critical question, isn't it? How do we measure progress? How do we gauge the effectiveness of integrating two revolutionary technologies like this? It's definitely not just one simple metric.
Okay. So what should we look at?
You need a holistic view. Several crucial metrics and indicators watched together will give us the real picture.
Okay, like what?
Firstly, I'd keep a very close eye on the ETH price versus an AI token index. Watch that correlation, especially in the months following the announcement.
Why that correlation?
Well, if market confidence in Ethereum's AI push is also lifting other AI-focused tokens, if ETH moves strongly with, or even leads, a basket of AI cryptos, it suggests the market really buys into the narrative that Ethereum is successfully leading this charge. A sustained positive correlation signals strong belief in the whole ecosystem play.
Okay, so ETH price relative to the AI crypto sector. What about tangible effects on Ethereum itself?
Absolutely critical. Ethereum gas fees and scalability metrics. This is huge. If AI really optimizes the network like we've discussed, we should see a measurable, sustained drop in average gas fees and a noticeable improvement in throughput transactions per second.
The proof is in the pudding, basically.
Exactly. If those core metrics just stay flat, or God forbid get worse, it's a strong sign the research isn't translating into practical benefits for users. This is vital. Lower fees, higher capacity, that's success you can feel.
What else?
You absolutely have to watch on-chain developer activity. Specifically, track the number of AI-related projects building on Ethereum.
So are developers actually using these new tools?
Precisely. A big, sustained increase in new dApps, dev tools, protocols that explicitly leverage AI on Ethereum, that shows real adoption, organic growth. It's not just about the foundation's work, it's about the whole community embracing it. Look for AI hackathons, new grants, open source AI contributions on Ethereum.
Developer activity as a leading indicator. Makes sense. What about institutional money, the VCs?
Yeah, for that broader market sentiment, institutional confidence, you need to monitor funding flows, track VC investments in AI x crypto startups.
Why VC money specifically?
A significant rise in venture capital pouring into projects at this intersection. That's a crucial leading indicator. It shows the smart money believes in the long-term potential. Big VC investments often come before wider market adoption. It signals strong conviction.
Got it. VC flows. Anything else?
And finally, I think it's really important to watch the market dominance shifts. How does ETH perform against competitors like Solana or maybe those emerging AI native chains like Bit&Soar? Look at market cap, ecosystem activity over time.
So is this AI strategy helping Ethereum win competitively?
Yeah. If Ethereum's AI focus helps it maintain or even gain market share against strong rivals, it suggests the strategic move is working. It's cementing its position, attracting developers, keeping investors confident. It shows if Ethereum is becoming the platform for decentralized AI.
Okay, that gives us a really solid dashboard of things to watch. Excellent. So, to recap today, we've taken a really deep dive into the Ethereum Foundation's bold, strategic move into dedicated AI research. This feels like an initiative with profound potential redefining efficiency, unlocking totally new decentralized apps, maybe fundamentally reshaping Web3. We've looked at how this convergence could impact everything from your portfolio to the very nature of smart contracts, maybe turning them into intelligent, adaptive entities.
And this is really just the start of a fascinating and, let's be honest, probably complex journey. If you want to dig even deeper yourself, our sources, as mentioned, include great stuff from Cointelegraph and Masari research on this specific convergence. Vitalik Buterin's own blog is always insightful on the risks and safeguards, and definitely check out the white papers from pioneers like Fetch.ai, SingularityNet, Render if you want the technical details. There's a ton of info out there.
Absolutely. And as Ethereum steps boldly into this new frontier, we are left with a really big question to ponder, aren't we? One that's going to shape the next decade or more. Will these AI-powered smart contracts truly become the trusted, intelligent backbone of our digital economy, seamlessly automating complexity, securing assets with incredible efficiency?
Or do the inherent complexities, the novel legal hurdles, the regulatory storm clouds gathering, demand a more cautious, maybe a more measured approach, perhaps limiting their full autonomy as we figure all this out?
It's a huge question, a real balancing act, and it's one that will undoubtedly shape the future of both blockchain and AI. We'll definitely keep watching it closely right here on The Deep Dive.